Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ali Muhammad from the Faculty of Engineering Technology, University College Tati. I am here on behalf of the first researcher, Dr. Muhammad Haizra Hashim from the Faculty of Computer, Media and Technology Management, University College Tati. For this international conference on communication, management and humanities, Iccomah III 2022, I will be presenting a paper entitled Management Field in Leadership Theories. The contents of my presentation will be Introduction, Leadership Definition, Leadership Theories, Traits Theory, Situational Leadership Theory, Leadership Situation, Contingency Theory, and Conclusion. Introduction. Leadership has many definitions. In general, leadership can be defined as a multifaceted process to identify common goals for a particular group and provide motivation, influence, and support to achieve group goals. Various studies were conducted and many theories were formulated by scholars in an effort to understand leadership. The nature of leadership is highly dynamic and depends on group culture, general society, and organization. Leadership definition. Leadership can be defined as the relationship of leader and follower. It is an effect of interaction process between the two. Today, leadership study is expanded to other aspects, namely followers, work or group background, culture, and other shared characteristics of human groups. Leadership theories. There are three major leadership theories: trait theory, situational leadership theory, and contingency theory. Traits theory. This is the most basic and oldest leadership theory. It states that a leader should have a great person characteristic and is born and not made. Three traits categories a leader should possess: A. Physical traits, height, appearance, physique, and appropriate age. B. Ability traits, knowledgeable, fluent in speech and intelligence. C. Personality traits, dominance, introversion or extroversion, emotional control, and expressiveness. Qualities for leaders. Intelligence. Studies show that smart people are always good leaders because of their mastery power, strong verbal ability, and perceptual ability. However, leader intelligence level should not be far from followers because large differences in intelligence can result in difficulties in two-way communication. 2. Self-confidence. Self-confidence is very important in daily life. When we are confident, we will move forward and seize opportunities rather than retreating when faced with a problem. 3. Love being with the community. Leaders need to reach out by making them feel able to depend on and trust them. If leaders act positively towards followers and are approachable, interaction with followers is easier. Fourth, integrity. Leaders need to have integrity. With integrity, corruption symptoms are difficult to occur in any organization. Leaders need to have the courage and ability to always speak the truth and do what is right for the common good. Fifth, determination. Leaders should be determined to set the best example to their followers, especially in adversity. They should show determination to make changes in the lives of their followers. Situational leadership theory. Formulated by Hershey and Blanchard in 1988, they studied the relationship of task behavior, level of maturity of the subordinates, and the relationship behavior. Task behavior, that is, work roles and responsibilities clearly to the followers to ensure task clarity. Relationship behavior, the development of personal relationships and emotional and psychological contracts between leader and followers. Subordinate maturity level shapes the first two dimensions. It has three criteria: the level of motivation displayed by the followers, their willingness to perform responsibilities, their experience and educational level. This theory said leader modifies his style as the followers grow knowledge, abilities, and skills. Leader directs, supports, and delegates responsibilities until followers manage their responsibilities. When the maturity level of the follower is low, the leadership style should be high task, low relationship. Situational leadership style proved a leader can adapt their leadership style to suit the needs of the team. Leaders understand the behavior characteristic of their subordinates and the situation before using particular leadership style. Leaders should have diagnostic skills in human behavior. Leadership situation. Number one, telling or directing. When subordinates are unable to carry out tasks and don't want or are afraid to try something new, they have to direct what the subordinate should do. This happens when there are new employees. Two, selling or coaching. When subordinates have less competence but have strong desire to work and want to try new things, in this case, the leader will provide views. Three, participating or supporting. Where subordinates have high competence but reluctant to do the job, the leader shows his subordinate what to do and asks them to work together to complete the work. Fourth, delegating or observing, where the employee has the competence and commitment to complete the task so the leader can delegate work to subordinates. Leaders have less focus on subordinate and might give little support because the employee is independent. Hershey-Blanchard situation theory is also known as life cycle theory, often used in leadership development and discipleship training. They believe managers can easily change their leadership style to match the needs of the situation. Contingency theory, proposed by Fiedler in 1967, it states that group performance efficiency depends on the leadership style of interacting with his followers and his degree of control and influence over the circumstances. Fiedler observed that people have dominant leadership characteristics which are generally inflexible. He believed leaders would improve their leadership effectiveness if they are put in situations that are in line with their orientation. The theory was based on his least preferred co-worker scale (LPC), which examines leadership style and situational favorableness. Leadership style is either task-oriented or human relations related. Situational favorableness was based on three contingency dimensions. A. Leader-member relation, the degree of trust, respect, and certainty between subordinate and leader, which is rated good or poor. B. Position of power, the degree of influence and control a leader has over organizational tasks, which is rated strong or weak. C. Task structure, the extent of assignments, clarity through implementation of formalization and policy, which is rated high or low. Leadership style determines the situational favorableness through the effectiveness of the style based on the group's performances. The situation is very favorable if the leader is mostly trusted and accepted by the subordinates, give tasks clearly and understood by subordinates. Power is highly recognized by the superior. The situation is very unfavorable if the leader is not trusted and accepted by his subordinates, gives unclear tasks to individuals due to lack of formalization and policy. Power does not recognize by the superior. Leaders can either find positions that fit their leadership style, modify their situation, or change their behavior. Contingency theory said it is easier to change the situation to fit the style of the leader. The most important characteristics of a leader situation are found in A. Leader-member orientation, personal relationship between a leader and his staff. Organization having good leader-member orientation situation means that subordinate staff like, trust, and respect the leader. B. Task structure, the level of task structure assigned by the leader to be performed by organization members. The more structured the task structure, the more leaders have greater influence in an organization. C. Powers of the department, the level of punishment, appreciation, promotion, discipline, and reprimand a leader can give to his members. Powerful leaders are able to reward and punish wrongdoers. Organizational culture is something positive and significant to everybody. It is a system that includes science, beliefs, habits, morals, law, and all human capabilities in an organization that affect the work movement. A strong positive culture in an organization is very useful for directing behavior. It helps staff to do better jobs. Organizational culture becomes strong if the leader plays a full role as the decision maker of the organization he leads. Conclusion: the three major leadership theories are applicable to the management field. Nobody can claim they have best leadership approach or style because appropriate approach is essential in certain situations. The research on these three theories clearly shows leadership is dynamic and continuously evolves. This research realizes that leadership is about leader and followers relationship and how they cope with certain situations to reach their common goal. The leadership system should be effective regardless of the leadership style application. Effectiveness will be based on the achievement of common goals and satisfy both leader and staff. In management, the common goal is for staff to work. This is achieved through leadership management policies maker. The success of leadership is evaluated through the overall performance of the company, especially the company's profitability. By this, I end my presentation with wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.